it will come out at different refracting angles because white light ray consists of various wavelengths. Therefore, in fact, white light ray consists of visible and invisible light. Visible light, there are 7 colors are there. V, I, B, G, Y, O, R. Violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Since these 7 colors are there, 7 wavelengths are there inside the white light ray prism, white light ray. When light ray is entering the prism at this point, these 7 colors will have 7 deviation angle or refraction angles. Therefore, light ray splits into 7 colors here. It splits into 7 colors. Okay, it splits into 7 colors having 7 refracting angles. And once again, this light ray is coming across the second boundary. White light ray. It splits into 7 colors having different refracting angles. Okay. Assuming that these are the 7 colors into which it has split into. Now it is coming across next boundary. At the next boundary, by that time, they are individual wavelengths, single wavelengths. These are monochromatic light rays. Therefore, there is no further splitting, but there is further deviation. So these rays undergo deviation. Okay. So therefore, ultimately rays come out like this. Now among these 7 wavelengths, violet at the lowest position and red is the highest position. Means violet undergo most deviation, red undergo least deviation. So in that order, reverse order, V, I, B, G, Y, O, R. So like that, 7 colors are separated by the prism when white light ray incident on this. The distribution of intensity among these 7 wavelengths, this VIBGR is called visible spectrum. That is, prism, when white light ray passes through it, produces a visible spectrum that is called VIBGR. Now, in the absence of the prism, light ray would have gone straight like this. This would have been the direct ray, and the prism red light ray is deviating like this. Red light ray is coming out like this. This angle is produced corresponding to red light, is called red light deviation angle corresponding to red light ray. Violet light ray is coming out like this, and this angle corresponds to violet light ray. So therefore, violet is deviating by delta V, and red light is red color is deviating by delta R when white light ray is incident here. So therefore, prism is able to disperse the 7 colors in the angular range from delta R to delta V. Therefore, delta V minus delta R, that is what we call it as this angle. This angle is angular width of the spectrum. This is what we call it as angular width of the spectrum. Since it is due to dispersion, it is taking place, this variation or this difference angle also is called angular dispersion of this prism, angular dispersion. This is called angular dispersion or dispersion angle. Okay, these are the names used for this angular width. This is angular width of the spectrum because over this angle width, the spectrum of 7 colors are distributed by the prism. The angular width of the spectrum produced by the prism, or angular dispersion produced by the prism, or dispersion angle of the prism. Now, among these, what is the average deviation? delta V plus delta R by 2, which happens to be for yellow light. It is for yellow light average deviation. This is what we call it as equal to delta Y is called mean deviation of the spectrum, average deviation of the spectrum, mean deviation of the spectrum. Delta V plus delta R by 2 is called mean deviation of the spectrum, and delta V minus delta R is angular width of this spectrum. Okay. Now, the angle ratio between these two, what is that? Delta V minus delta R, dispersion angle divided by mean deviation angle. This is called mean deviation angle and this is called dispersion angle. Angular dispersion divided by mean deviation. In fact, it is this angular dispersion divided by mean deviation of the spectrum. Divided by mean deviation is a dimensionless quantity because numerator is angle, denominator is also angle, a dimensionless quantity. This quantity we call it as dispersive power of the prism material. Dispersive power of the prism. How the prism is able to disperse the colors is given by this parameter called dispersive power. Dispersive power of the prism material is this, denoted usually by letter omega. Omega is the dispersive power, which is a dimensionless quantity. Now, in terms of the refractive indices, how to express the dispersive power? Before we go for that, first we will take up the formula which we have derived. For a prism, refractive index depends on angle of the prism and mean deviation angle by this formula. This we have derived now. In case if we consider a very thin prism, for a very thin prism, alpha is small, thereby the deviation produced is also small. Since deviation is small, there is no distinction between maximum and minimum, all are small only. Therefore, we can write mu approximately, since alpha and delta are small, going to be very small prism, sine is same as the angles alphas. Therefore, sine we can eliminate, sine angle is same as angle, alpha plus delta by 2 by alpha by 2. Means for a very thin prism, small angled prism, we can use this formula. Therefore, deviation produced by a very small angled prism is minimum or maximum is the same. Therefore, delta is approximately alpha into mu minus 1. For a small angled prism, we can use deviation approximately as alpha into mu minus 1. Now, current prism, for the present prism we are going to consider, assume that it is a small angled prism. In case if it is a small angled prism, what is deviation? Deviation depends on refractive index now for a given prism. Therefore, delta V, violet deviation produced by a prism of small angle for violet color is alpha approximately. Alpha into mu of violet, refractive index for violet rays, minus 1 we can write. For delta R is approximately alpha into mu R minus 1. Now, we are surprised to see that we are using such a prism and we are assuming deriving only for small angle prism. It is found that dispersive power which is